Guys, so I am here with my Tell 'em Tuesday. It's getting done late because yesterday my webcam lost its mind, as it often does, and kept distorting the sound. So got aggravated after take 2 and was like, bump it. So here I am now. All right, so Basketball Wives LA. Okay, when I think of LA, I think of gorgeous people, you know, stylish. That ain't what's happening on the cast of Basketball Wives LA. Those chicks look like, I mean, are you kidding? Like, I mean, it gives regular folks like me hope, because it's like, if y'all done got wiped up by some b-ball players, then yo, here I am. Cause really, now, you know, I know a few of them are older, you know, but still. And then Gloria is acting as the Shawnee of the show. But my thing is, you're not a wife. You're not an ex-wife. You have never been married. So how are you supposedly the leader of the Basketball Wives show when you've never been a wife? Baby mama? Yes, check. Quasi fiance? Check. Wife? Not check. So, really. Okay, and her sister, Laura, getting clocked by Malaysia. I absolutely loved it because, you know, on Basketball Wives Miami, they do the drink throwing, you know, the pulling of the hair, the mushing in the face. But this chick had she took her shoes off, had a closed fist and connected with Laura's face. I was like, you know, I do not advocate violence, okay, at all. But Laura pushed this girl. Like, you can't just think that you can put your hands on people and they're not going to do anything. Now, see, on Basketball Wives in Miami, it would have probably resulted in a shoving match. Okay, but Malaysia, Lakeisha or whatever was like, oh no, boo, you about to get clocked. So she got more than what she bargained for, and has really come back down into reality after she got clocked real quick. Now she's trying to be Malaysia's friend, because you know Malaysia's not playing with you. Okay, so yes, Gloria, you know, sending the text and talking about she's gonna F her up on site. Really? Oh, stop it. And what was killing me was that Laura and Malaysia have squashed it. So why is Gloria still acting like there's a beef? You aren't even there. So your sister is the one who got punched in the face. So if she's okay with what happened and has made amends with Malaysia, then you need to just sit it on down, because you're not gonna get anything but, you know, get beat down yourself. So let's just stop all the games. Tonya, I'm not mad at Tonya for not getting involved in that fight. I mean, because frankly, none of them are her friends. They are not welcoming to her. All they do, you know, is you know, make fun of her. You know, yes, she does kind of have an air about herself, but I mean, everybody's different. And I definitely wouldn't have been trying to break up a fight for people who were just talking mess about me. Yeah, okay, I probably would have pulled the nail file out. Like, and her edges, you know, are already, you know, holding on for dear life. So why would she get in the midst of the fisticuffs and possibly, you know, get some hair pulled No, we're not gonna do that. You know, we not, because evidently it's not enough to catch, you know, the locks in the front, or, you know, we need to get them retwisted something because those edges have locks. You know, all this should be locked. Like, this shouldn't be gelled down and then the rest, like a mullet. Okay, like we have a lock mullet where it's slick in the front and locked in the back. That's, please, people, don't let that be a fad. Don't be walking around here with lock mullets, okay? Let's just let Tonya have that and keep it moving. And frankly, I think Tonya would look great with the TWA. I think she would look great, even a baldy. I think she could really rock a bald head. She needs to just cut it all off, start over, and just, yeah. Christy, or not Christy, she's married to Doug Christie, his wife. The whole renewing your vows every year, like, that is just too much. You know, and the whole, oh, well, we're too busy planning weddings, so we can't plan a divorce. Like, that's crazy. Like, if you, in order to avoid a divorce, you have to keep yourself busy that is not like a good method of avoiding divorce. You know, you should have more sustenance than to think that you need to keep planning weddings to hold the marriage together. Like, that's ridiculous. Expensive and just too much. Like, come on. Like, you know, there are some extra things that I will allow, I'll approve of, like, you know, with the you know, Phaedra with the little baby, not the baby shower, but not the go see, that's America's Next Top Model, but, you know, where the people come over and just see the baby, you know, I allowed that. Like, that's fine. But this whole getting married every year, no. Like, that is renewing the vows every year. Come on. I mean, like, once you make a milestone, you know, it's really not a big thing because you renew every year. So, you know, when your 20th anniversary comes, it's kind of like, well, we'll just renew once again. I mean, so I'm over that. Draya, you know, she's a pretty girl, and I think that that's the problem that the women have with her is that because, you know, most of them are struggling for looks, except for Malaysia. I do think Malaysia is a cute girl, but the rest of them can use some work. Imani's lace front, I am like, honey, get rid of that. And I found out why, because I was like, why does she have such an issue with Draya being a stripper? Like, I mean, no, stripping isn't the most glorious job, you know, there is. But, I mean, really, like, I was wondering why it seemed like she was really taking her job personal. Well, supposedly, her ex, the father of her 3 children, who I'm thinking already had 3 kids before her because he had 6, okay? Supposedly, she was living with him, and he ended up messing with a stripper, kicked her and their 3 kids out of his multi-million-dollar home, and moved the stripper in and married the stripper. Okay, so that's supposedly what happened. So I'm guessing that's why she is, you know, feeling froggy about Draya being an ex-stripper. But, you know, everybody has a past. So, you know, nobody's better than anybody else. So the whole, you know, judgmental bit, and especially, you know, Imani, it's like, okay, you were living with this guy you weren't married to, had 3 kids by him. He already had 3 kids. So, I mean, that should have told you something. You know, so clearly you're not the best decision maker yourself. So, you know, I just don't see, you know, why she feels that she is just Miss June Cleaver and has the right to judge other people. But enough of that. Watch Teen Mom. I wish I could slap Farrah. Really, I do. She is just so disrespectful. And for her to have such a young child, you know, Sophia's little. She needs to be around her family. Like, I don't understand why she is like so determined to move out of state. Like, it's just like she wants to get as far away from her family as she can, but they help her so much with Sophia. Like, I'm like, chick, do you not realize that if you move somewhere where you have no friends, no family, you can't just up and do something and have somebody to watch her? Like, you know, now, and she has to work, you know, she wants to go out, whatever, her parents will watch Sophia, like, with no hesitation. They love watching her. But moving to Florida or Arizona or, you know, wherever, she's not going to have that. And, you know, yes, Sophia can go to daycare in the daytime, but in the evenings, you know, it's going to be a problem. So, you know, I'm just sick of her. Catelynn and Tyler, I really think that they need a break because Catelynn is very insecure and I think she really needs to work on herself. Right now, Tyler is being supportive, but I think eventually it's going to get old. Like, constantly having to reassure her and let her know, you know, you love her and you're happy with her the way she is and da-da-da-da-da. Like, it gets old. She really, I think that they're too codependent. And I think because they were together so early and had so many traumatic events happen that the relationship is not as healthy as it should be, because I think it's more so staying not necessarily out of obligation, but just because they've been through so much together. And it really may not be the best thing because Tyler really seems like he's kind of going a different direction. Like she said, I mean, you know, he's going to school, you know, and he seems a little more motivated. And she seems like she's just so concerned about being with him, you know, and it's like there's much more to life, you know, than a mate. There really is. Amber, I'm sick of her. I want to know why every 2 seconds she is in another relationship. Like, I mean, dog. I mean, it's ridiculous. And, you know, then she got arrested. And I'm over her. Macy, you know, I don't know why she's leaving, you know, the baby with crippled folks. You know, I'm just, she is on my nerves this season. You know, and Ryan, I really think if it wasn't for Ryan's parents, he wouldn't be doing anything. You know, they are really pushing him to do all this stuff. And he really needs to tell Macy that he is going to seek joint custody or whatever legally, because if he just springs it on her, she's going to be real mad. The Tia and Tamara show, absolutely, you know, still enjoying it. A new episode did not come on Monday. They often do that with holidays, don't show new shows. So, yeah, the episode last week, you know, was the breach thing, trying to move the baby around, and then them having their powwow about the wedding, which I kind of was confused when Tia was like she felt left out because, I mean, everything that she was invited to, mostly she didn't come. And even the shower, she said that she wasn't coming. She showed up anyway. But everything else, you know, she didn't show. So it's like, how are you left out when you didn't come? So, I mean, I understand wanting to have a special moment with your sister before she goes down the aisle. But it's like, there have been times where you could have been having special moments building up to that point, and you didn't. So now on the wedding day, now all of a sudden, you know, you want to know where your sister is. So I was kind of like, fail, Tia. That wasn't, no. Let's see. No new episode of Real Housewives of New Jersey came on. I think that's about it, because I talk about Basketball Wives LA a long time. So, yeah. But that's it, you guys. So, see you next time. Peace.